Donald Trump has just announced that he's going to be the next prime minister of Israel.
So maybe after I do this, I'll go to Israel, run for prime minister.
Now, I don't know if you guys understand how serious this is, but this is by far one of the worst things that could ever happen to the United States and the entire world. But it seems like it's officially happening. This is what Donald Trump said in the recent interview. Take a look at this.
I'm right now at 99% in Israel. I could run for prime minister. So maybe after I do this, I'll go to Israel, run for prime minister. I had a poll this morning. I'm 99%. So that's good. But
now, I don't know if you guys actually understand what's happening here. It almost seems like the Bible prophecies are coming true in terms of the one world order. Because if Donald Trump becomes the prime minister of Israel, then this could basically lead to Israel and America becoming one nation together. So both the nations are going to be controlled by the same leader, which means that the interest of Israel is also going to be the interest of America. And the war of Israel is going to be full-fledged war of America as well. Now, I don't think a lot of people are going to be very happy about this, because if you look at the Bible prophecy, it states that there will be this one guy who will come support Israel, and he'll also create this massive peace treaty in Israel, and he will be the one that will sit on the throne of God in the third Solomon temple. Now, if you also look at what's going on with Donald Trump, I don't know if it is Trump who could be the Antichrist, or like most people say, it could actually be Jared Kushner. Because this guy, for some reason, he seems to have a lot of connection with America and Israel government. And recently, he was also the one that took part in the Abrahamic Accords in Israel. And currently, Donald Trump appointed Jared Kushner as the leader of the peace treaty in Israel. And in the Bible, it already warns us that the person who becomes the Antichrist, he will actually be the one that will bring peace in Israel for 7 years. So he's going to be the one who's going to form this whole peace treaty. And if you look at Jared Kushner, who also owns the 666 Avenue building, and he bid about $1.5 billion in order to get this building, which the number itself talks very much about this man. So it now makes a lot of sense. Maybe there is someone much bigger than Trump that wants this thing to happen. Now, is Netanyahu going to be happy about this decision if Trump becomes the prime minister of Israel? Is a whole another thing. Now, if you know Israel, if you know the Jews, then you probably know that these guys care much more about their scriptures. The only thing they care about is the scriptures and whether or not if the prophecies are indeed coming true. So the one big potential that Israel could be seeing right now is that making massive alliance with America and basically owning America as its own is one of the major things that they could ever get. So if Trump becomes the prime minister of Israel and president of America, this means that both nations are now combined together. And we already know that Israel wants to take over Iran, which means that if Trump becomes the prime minister of Israel, so he's going to use all the American power in order to fully take over Iran. And slowly they could also take over the entire Middle East, because they are going to be the most powerful alliance that the world could ever see. But of course, there's also big, powerful opposition, which is going to be Russia, China, and India. Now, these three countries combined together is going to be a very big power struggle for this nation in order to proceed with their plans. And that is exactly what is also mentioned in the Bible as the massive army that's going to be marching towards the Armageddon battlefield, which is located near Israel. And in Revelation chapter 9, verse 16, it states that the size of the army in the end time prophecy is going to be 200 million soldiers who are going to march through this Armageddon battlefield. And it's only possible if India, China, and Russia combines their forces together. And that is the alliance, which is going to form about 200 million soldiers who will be fighting against Israel. And I think at this point, the Babylon is going to be America, who is the one where Antichrist comes from, and is going to be supporting Israel. And in the end, they're going to break the treaty after 7 years. And you obviously know what happens after that. Before that, the whole bigger picture, if you look at this thing, it almost seems like everything is going according to the plan. Because obviously we know that the big plan is the Project Blue Beam, which is basically a massive well-known conspiracy theory where the government of America is going to be releasing files which will basically prove the existence of aliens. And they're going to claim that these aliens are nothing but extraterrestrial beings who have come to take over our world and us humans.
The Pentagon released the UFO files a few weeks back. Their sources say dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered and 4 different species of aliens. Another scientist called them Greys, Nordics, insectoids.
And if you look at the things that's currently happening, Donald Trump has already released the alien files, and they're now claiming that aliens are real and these are extraterrestrial beings. They're highly intelligent. And some of these claims also seem to be stating that there is no God and that these alien beings are the ones that actually gave birth to us. So we're just an experiment that came true and we are living as humans and they're the ones that own us. So the files already states that these aliens are coming back or they're just watching over us and they've been living among us and they've been living with the government, ruling us for all these years is exactly what these files have been revealing so far. Now, here's where things get even more interesting, because now that the Project Bluebeam is already being processed, and according to the Project Bluebeam, they're basically going to fake this massive alien invasion where aliens are going to start attacking us humans, and then there will be this one nation, one ruler who's going to be very powerful, and he's going to save us all from this massive alien invasion, and it's going to create this one world order where apparently all the different nations who are against the nation where this one ruler comes from are going to be forced in order to combine forces in order to defeat this massive alien invasion. So it's going to be humans versus aliens, but then since humans are just divided with different leaders, they can't work together. So they are now forced to work together with this one leader who's going to help sort out the alien invasion situation. And to be honest, looking at the things that's happening right now, I think that these guys can literally create fake aliens using the AI technology that we possess right now. Just imagine if they could just create a biological body for these aliens and just insert an AI created brain or these beings, and they could just call them aliens that came from other planets, are basically going to have a knowledge that is much vast and much bigger than what we humans do. So obviously they're going to be much more powerful and they're all just being controlled by AI, and they could just orchestrate this massive alien invasion, which is all going to be done using the help of AI, which is advanced to the point where we cannot even imagine how crazy things are at this point. And these AIs could actually act as if they are extraterrestrial beings. And this one guy, we don't know if it's Trump, because at this point, I think we still have like a couple of years to go forward for this whole massive Project Bluebeam to work out. And looking at the state right now, Trump is pretty old, to be honest here. And who is the next guy who seemed to have all of the in charge, who seemed to know the entire process? If you closely look at the name, it is none other than Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who's pretty much involved in all of these massive projects, who's involved in every single peace treaty, anything that relates to Israel, anything that relates to combining forces with Israel and America and creating this Project Bluebeam. I think probably he's going to be the one that's going to take over the prime minister or presidency of Israel. And since Trump is going to be controlling both the nations, and I think he could turn out to be the leader of the new world order, which these guys think is going to be the big plan in order to deceive the whole world. And when this happens, that's going to be the time where they could be betraying Israel for the 7 years peace treaty, which the Bible states that the Antichrist is going to break the peace treaty and is going to build the third Solomon temple, and he's going to sit in the throne and call himself as God before the second coming of Christ. So it definitely seems like the entire plan is now officially coming true, and there is nothing we can do about it. It just seems like we just have to wait and watch and just see the things that's actually happening, because I don't think we have enough power as public in order to stop something this far great that's going to be happening. And also, since it's the prophecy, it is definitely going to be happening and there's nothing we can do about it. And if you look at the way that Jared Kushner is currently building a smart city in Gaza, because that's the craziest plan that he has after Israel completely destroyed Gaza, now he's going to be building this massive smart city, which is going to be AI driven. Now, just keep this in mind. Why would he want to build a smart city that is driven by fully controlled AIs? And also, if you look at what's going on in the United States, the US government, the Pentagon, is now forcing artificial intelligence to be fully taken over the military operations in the coming years, which means that everything is now in the future going to be controlled fully by the AI system. Just take a look at this report, which is coming from Nick Jackson.
Guys, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, OpenAI, SpaceX, and Nvidia just all signed deals with the Pentagon. And the US military just officially declared themselves an AI-first fighting force.
Look at this. These agreements accelerate the transformation towards establishing the United States military as an AI-first fighting force and will strengthen our warfighters' abilities to maintain decision superiority across all domains of warfare. The Pentagon said this in a statement.
The defense secretary called it a wartime footing and said that every single branch needs to be AI first from this point forward.
The United States wants to fuse its AI dominance with its military might. Its biggest tech companies are caving into defense contracts worth tens of billions of dollars.
And then the highest ranking military officer in the entire country just said that AI weapons that fight without a human controlling them are going to be, direct quote, a key and essential part of everything we do. Okay. This basically just means AI that would pick targets and make battlefield decisions on its own without a person behind it. And this isn't just for the intelligence anymore, because they're also building AI that controls drone swarms, AI that runs command operations, and also AI that processes every single piece of classified data across every single military branch in real time. And this is all obviously happening right whenever the tensions with Iran seem to be actively escalating.
Honestly, as you guys have seen, it definitely seems like they're giving the full control to AI in the coming future. And I don't think we can ever do anything in order to stop this from happening. It's just all about just standing there and watching everything play around. And Elon Musk has recently filed a case on the court, basically stating that AI is going to be very dangerous for us humans. And he, of course, filed a lawsuit against OpenAI, stating that OpenAI is the one that's going to be leading humans into devastation in the coming future. That's basically what Elon Musk has been stating so far. Because according to Elon's report, Elon Musk says that AI will kill us in court testimony.
AI could kill us all, and we could be heading towards a Terminator-style outcome. That's what Elon Musk had to say in his first few hours of testimony here at the Oakland District Court as he testifies in his big lawsuit against rival OpenAI. You can see a bunch of the press behind me trying to catch a glimpse of the world's richest man before he leaves the courthouse. Also today, the judge admonishing Elon Musk and others for posting on social media about the case. Elon Musk had posted saying that Sam Altman is Scam Altman, saying that they unjustly enriched themselves when they transitioned OpenAI from being a nonprofit to being a for-profit. The judge saying no one should be posting about this case on social media.
So as you've seen, it seems like Elon Musk already knows something is up. And he's trying to stop it, but I don't think he can do anything about this stuff. Even though he's trying to go for the court, he's trying to, drag on this whole process. I don't think he can still stop it, because the powers that are controlling this whole operation is far, far beyond what we could imagine. And these guys are definitely not going to be stopping anytime soon. So now it seems like the whole stage has been set for the New World Order, and we just have to wait and watch what happens. But the good part is that Bible prophecies are indeed coming true, which means that the second coming of Christ is also going to be coming somewhere around the corner. So probably we just have like a couple of years from now. I would suggest that I think that probably in the next coming 10 years, the whole prophecy thing is going to be completed, and we'll probably just be entering the phase in which second coming could eventually be happening. I don't know. Maybe that's going to happen in the coming 10 years, because at least from the prophecy's point of view, it's going to take 7 years since when all of these things start. So keeping additional years from 7 years, I think it's probably going to take 10 years from now. I don't know. I honestly want to know your opinions down below in the comments. What do you guys think if Donald Trump becomes the Prime Minister of Israel and President of America? Is that going to be a good news or terrible news to all Americans? I definitely want to know your opinions. Leave them down below in the comments. It's going to be a very, very interesting topic to go ahead and discuss about. And yeah, with that being said, the one thing that I would suggest all of you guys to do is go ahead, pick your Bible, start reading it. There are prophecies in there, which is pretty great. I think you guys are going to love it. Looking at the things that's going on in the world right now, the world needs God. We all need God. We need Jesus Christ. And that's the only thing that could save us from all of this devastation. Make sure to go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay tuned with more updates like these, which are never going to be shown in any of the mainstream media. No matter where you guys look for it, these contents are never going to come out to public eye. So that's the reason why I made this channel, so that you guys should definitely know on what's actually happening around in the world, so that you can share it with your friends, with your families, with your loved ones, so that they can start believing in God, so that we all can be saved before it's too late. So yeah, if you guys would love to go ahead, support this video, I would definitely ask every single one of you guys to please go ahead, take a few seconds of your valuable time, drop a like, and also leave a comment down below. It's going to boost the algorithm in order to show it to more people if you do this. And also, if you guys have hype points, please make sure to go ahead and use those hype points in order to hype this video up so that it could reach much wider audience. So this way, a lot of people will get to know the reality of what's going on in this world by watching these videos. So thank you so much for tuning in on the Wood Show podcast, and I will see you guys on the next one. Till then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.